leave off. I've been at work since 6, and plus my boss a bitch. I'm about to fucking quit, but fuck it, I'ma roll up this. Relax my mind a little bit, cause my day been long as shit. Took 2 hits, now I'm floating on my kush cloud, roller coasting. I know you ain't smoking like we smoking. Can somebody please go to the stove, man? A chronic vibe, time flies, sitting back and get high. If you ain't got your money right, I suggest you do not.
Strain Damage family, welcome to another episode of the Strain Damage podcast.
This is your brain on buds.
We always talk about the buds, lots of different kinds of buds, really good quality buds. But we don't talk about the bud tenders. People want to know who the bud tender is, but they're never asking how the bud tender is. Tonight, we will answer that question. From Enchanted Botanicals, we got the homie Thomas in the building. What's going on?
Sir, nothing much, brother. I honestly just had my last day of work for the week. I'm off to my weekend now.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, thugging it out in the Enchanted mines.
Yes, sir.
Valuable service, man. Y'all's Durban poison has really grown on me to the extent where
yes, sir.
Now if I need to be in front of a computer, I just park myself in that lounge.
Dude, I always tell people, bro, I'm like that Durban poison is like my clean the house weed. You know?
That's a good way of putting it. Clean the house weed.
Oh yeah, super citrusy. I love it. So
yeah,
nice.
Like the shit smells like Thin Mint cookies.
Yeah, 100%. That's actually really nice. Yeah, I actually like that.
You said Thin Mint cookies?
Thin Mint cookies.
That's from Enchanted?
Yeah.
I like the Bizcochito mints. And then there's like some donkey bread or some shit. That shit was smoking too.
You gotta try the Donnie Burger. That won 3rd place in the Cannabis Cup.
Donnie Burger?
Donnie Burger, yeah.
I'm a fan of that straight. I don't think I've tried it from Enchanted personally.
Yeah, from our grower Alex. Yeah, he's been killing it.
And is he the one who grows all the like the all stick?
Oh yeah, so he'll grow the Wolf's Breath, and I think they're working on another strain. I just don't remember what it is. But yeah, that's a whole other story with Johnny James. And yeah, he's been a huge help with Enchanted. He'll actually do like a lot of our media and shit.
He's the one who like really kind of like brought my attention to you guys.
Enchanted,
for sure,
exactly.
Even like the merch, like I just wanted to get the merch because I seen that shit and I was like, hey, that's
yeah. So many people come in and they're like, that's Johnny James's merch, right? I'm like, yes, come by his spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Obviously, you've been running a bunch of shit in Enchanted. It's been good, but I want to kind of take it back to your origins and how you came to have your professional life around the plant. So you're originally from Albuquerque?
Born and raised.
Hell yeah! What part of the city?
Northeast Heights.
Okay, cool. So I was growing up there.
Growing up there was pretty cool. It was just me and my mom mostly. So I had like a single mom until I was about 16. And I started smoking when I was 11 actually. That was the first time I like actually puffed on a joint for my first time.
How did that come about?
So it was the people I was hanging out with. They were 2 grades ahead of me, so they were 8th graders and I was in 6th grade. And I was a single child until I was about 8, so I always like tried to push to hang out with the older crowd.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Right. So that just like came about when I was in middle school. I hang out with these guys. They showed me parkour for my first time.
Oh,
that was like how I got into the whole parkour scene and everything, which was dope in itself.
So you do parkour?
I do parkour.
That is fire.
Yeah.
That shit's hard as hell, it looks like to me.
Dude, it's hella difficult. It's so I've been doing it for about 15 years. I started when I was 11. So I started it at the same time I was smoking basically. And it honestly has helped me dramatically in parkour, especially when it comes to like injuries or anything. Because I'm not one to associate myself with any kind of pills, even if it's ibuprofen. Like that's like last resort.
That's good.
So I'll always smoke for
all those chemicals are no good for your body.
Nah, man.
Like,
I'll take the plant.
You got everything we need right here as far as medicinal.
Exactly. But parkour was sick, bro. Started that when I was 11, hang out with these kids, and they were just like, we have a joint, you wanna try it? And I was like,
Wow. Sounds like a cool group to me, bro.
no, dude, the parkour community is so sick.
Yeah.
Like, there's a huge selection of them that they're just like smoking up hella.
And then you ever like, I don't know how parkour works. Is that something you just do like, say like, is there any competitions? Like, I don't know.
There are competitions.
Yeah.
There are. So Red Bull actually hosts a competition every year. It's called Art of Motion, and that usually is held in Greece.
In Greece?
Yeah.
I gotta pull up to that.
It's so sick.
We could have to get a segment of that.
Greece.
Yeah, oh my god, that'd be so
Yeah,
dope.
we have to do that
I've been wanting to get into it. Me and a couple of my homies, Zach Cox, he's the main guy I've been doing parkour with lately. We've been trying to do a submission video to get in there, because they'll either do submission videos, or unless you're good enough, they'll just ask you to come and compete.
So there's people coming from everywhere. Wow.
Everywhere, dog. Everywhere.
The littlest towns that you probably never heard of.
Nah,
To the
straight up.
biggest places.
Straight up, like there's this guy who just got sponsored, like, I don't even know their exact time date, maybe like 8-10 years ago. His name's Didi. He's a part of Tempest Parkour out of Cali.
Is Tempest, do they be killing it in parkour?
Yeah, bro, Tempest Free Running Academy, that place that's like probably one of the biggest parkour gyms in America.
Shit.
It's huge. They have 3 gyms in Cali, and I think they just opened one in Texas like 2 years ago.
That's dope, honestly. We have to see what's up with that.
Yeah, shit.
Dude,
Parkour is insane.
parkour is so sick.
And so people are 420 blazing it before they go do their little free running sessions. Like, it's a common thing in the
Yeah,
parkour world.
oh, 100%. Because I personally, whenever I smoke and go train, I get more creative. I'm like not in my head as much. I'm like,
You just do it.
Yeah.
You just do it.
well, it's like
The idea
is
comes and
the
then
line.
you just make it happen.
Yeah, well, it's cool how we come about it because everyone's a little differently, but I think we all work at it at a similar way.
You said you gotta create like a line when you do?
Yeah, so it's just like, it's hard to explain. So it's like if I do a front flip and then I want to like conga countertop, which is just like 2 hands firmly on a surface and put your knees through. So it's just like creating something like that organically. It's almost like a skating line. Like if a skater's doing a freestyle competition, they're just like doing different tricks. Same thing for parkour. But I'll either start at the beginning and then sometimes I won't even work the middle. I'll hit the end and then I'll work my way into the beginning to see if it all fits.
That's fire.
So it's just like some people just have a different way of creating lines. Some people can just go about it just like start to finish. But I don't know, sometimes I just need to figure out if my first trick is going to line up and match my last trick. Because your last trick tends to be your hardest trick.
Yeah, because that's the one that you kind of want to make like.
You want to stop out, and that's not
like
right.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh shit!
Yeah.
Bro, just that's the last thing he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool because they have different competitions. So they have like freestyle competitions, which is just like freestyle skate, and they judge it the same way. Technique, how your landing is, basically just how you're finishing all in general. And then they have like tech challenges. So you'll like run on railings, and then the railings are like 10 feet apart. So you're like doing jumps to the other rail. So it's like very techie stuff like that. And then they'll do like speed runs.
Which one would you?
I only do freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yeah, because it's the only way you can actually express yourself and let a bunch of people see it in a hard environment.
Yeah, I definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Whenever I go compete though, I always have to smoke before.
Yeah.
I always do.
Get your.
Because I'd be hella jittery before competitions. Because I've done sports like my whole life.
So it kind of like calms the nerves for you.
100%.
I think it's kind of crazy too because we always talk about that stigma.
Yeah.
Like they try to say that stoners are lazy. You know what I mean? And
100%.
your initial entrance to stoners, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just fucking parkour beats.
Everybody that come on Strain Damage dispels the stigma surrounding cannabis and human productivity. Our
Yeah.
whole goal is to capture that activity.
100%.
And parkour is cool because I feel like it was this thing that like it blew up around 2010, like 2008, and then like it was like still popping. And then, like, I don't know, you hadn't really heard much about it for like, I don't know, fucking like 8 years or something until you like brought it up earlier today. And I was like, damn, shit, that's the motherfucker's still doing that.
But even people doing like the crazy stuff, like
Bro,
going up on
you seen
skyscrapers.
that like extreme tag they have now?
Yes,
That
a
shit
few
is
of my friends have
insane,
actually
bro.
competed in it.
That shit is insane. It's so fucking entertaining to watch.
Dude, it's so cool.
Those fools are beasts. They be all running on shit.
Yeah.
Like fucking, they have to know parkour to be moving like that too.
Oh, it's strictly parkour people who do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet, bro.
Like-
That shit's insane.
A lot of the people I follow on IG and have like got the like actual chance to train with actually competed in that. Same with Art of Motion though.
Fire.
Getting to just even hang out and talk to these guys who've competed in the biggest parkour scene competitions that you can actually go to is cool. It's very humbling too.
I bet.
Nicest guys, very creative. Most of them are just like this goofy bunch. A lot of them are stoners. I have this really good group of homies out in Boulder, Colorado. They're called Try Hard Collective, and they did that on purpose. It's THC. Their whole name is based on this stuff, and they do parkour. They're some of the studs in the parkour.
Bro, I'm
community.
really like, hey, you're gonna see a segment on here where we like dive into parkour because I'm interested in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DBG is
Especially if
when
they have a
I
heavy-
started doing parkour.
Yeah.
Bro, that'd be crazy. I would have to get fit for that, but I'm with it. I'm ready.
I've seen
I'm ready.
I've seen bigger guys than you do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit. So.
We gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
What's your pregame strain? What do you usually smoke before a little parkour session or competition?
I usually go hybrids,
Okay.
just because I want the body relaxed enough, but I don't want to be that sedation, you know? I want that heightened creativity from the sativas. So it just helps me calm the nerves, but also get in that creative headspace. That way I can actually like create something cool and special.
Okay.
And as far as say even like that, like breaking down it like that where you know strains, where'd you get your knowledge on like say cannabis?
Okay, so obviously, I had my street knowledge because most of us used to sell on the street before it even became legal and everything, before dispensaries were a thing.
The traditional market.
You know. So
It's called.
obviously you had your primitive knowledge of it. And then as soon as I turned 21, my first instinct was I need to get in the industry because I love the plant so much. And I had like a pretty decent knowledge base on it by then, but my first interview was with Pure Life. And this guy, Devin Hahola, who was the store manager at the time, he interviewed me, saw potential, which I'm grateful for, hired me in and said, I will not let you sell a single piece of this product until you know all your terpenes and your cannabinoids and what terpenes are in our flower. So you need to have this down to a science and I'm going to give you a test on it. You need to get it on it before I let you sell anything. So that's where I got all my knowledge. He literally gave me a pamphlet, gave me all the terpene charts, literally gave me everything.
That's honestly like a blessing.
Yeah.
Because
One
now
hundred
it's just
percent.
like damn.
Oh yeah, can talk it down to a science to anyone.
Because even when you talk about it, I'm like damn, I don't even know some of that shit. Because I'm just a rapper that smokes Zod, like just real, like I just smoke that gas shit. Like I have a good like palate of what I like. That's what I can say. I have like a good taste. Sure. I know what good shit is, but it's like when it comes to the like science of shit. Like you have that shit locked down, like you know what kind of taste certain flowers are gonna give you, the effect, and that shit's cool. You know what I mean? Especially as a Budtender, that's what you got, like to really be able to.
And this is like
100%.
New Mexico, like is a market where everybody rushed in, right? In terms of the stores, and then people also rushed into the industry to work as budtenders and stuff. And so there are some places where there isn't that rigorous standard. Like like people are just kind of like, oh yeah, I like this one, and you know half the time they're recommending the shit that managers tell you need to push because you know you want to reduce that. Right. And then half the time they're just like, yeah, I don't know, we get a lot of sales. It gets me high.
Yeah, it gets me high.
Like I fucking hope it gets me high.
Yes. Straight up. Otherwise
what? CBD spray with terps? Like
otherwise I'm smoking Delta 8. Like
People are so very like, just like they don't know nothing about it. I went to dispensaries and they'll just be like, yeah, what do you want? And they'll be like, oh, this is our top shelf. This is the best one. And I'm like, well, what is it? Like, you know what I mean? What
Like, why is it the best
Why
one?
is it? Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like some kind of explanation, and they'll show you it, and it's not that good at all.
Right.
And like, oh, bro, every time. And then you go into the fireplaces, and they're like, "This is mine. Which how you trying to feel? Like, what you like? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. What kind of feeling you trying
Yeah,
to get from
exactly.
this? Yeah, I got you fully.
That's when I'm like invested. I'm like, oh, okay, I can spend my money here.
Yeah.
But right when I go in there, you can't tell me nothing about anything besides that it gets you high, and it's like testing at this.
Right.
That's what people would pull. I noticed a lot of dispensaries. They're like, oh, well, this is our highest testing.
Yep.
And I'm like, sometimes the highest testing, like the terps on it might not be right. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's outdoor, indoor, greenhouse. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
say it all the time. I tell people, like, especially the percentage chasers who come into the store to buy the pot, right? What's your highest percentage? I'm like, I'll show you, dog, but like, just for, you know, mine's sake, it's not always about the percentage, it's about your terps that are in there. That's what's giving you your true effect, right?
Yeah.
They're actual terpenes, and if they're good terpenes, that are actually being pumped into your shit.
yeah, that's facts.
And like I've had strains that are 17% slap me like they're 30s, you know what I mean? If we're talking percentages. And I've had 30s that are just like mids, you know what I mean? I'm like, that was aight, you know?
Yeah, facts.
And it's
A lot of
crazy.
people be lying too on me.
Oh,
yeah,
Straight
straight
up.
up.
Get those, like, you know how you could buy like THC testers?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you test that shit. Like Jungle Boys be doing that. They cap. I love Jungle Boys, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, but I remember they had some shit that said it was like 34% or something, and the homie tested it, bro, and it came out to 21%. And I was just like, damn. I'm like, 21% compared to 34 is insane.
They're doing the
That's
same
a huge
indoor
difference.
outdoor switch with cookies.
I don't know, bro.
Shit.
It's fire, but I like Jungle Boys.
Yeah, Jungle Boys is pretty good. I like their stuff.
There's some growers out there in Cali that are just killing it. Like small batch is definitely the way nowadays. Just like small batch is killing it. Like the little growers that people don't really know about, but they just like know how to take care of their shit. Fire.
There's a few places outside of New Mexico, and honestly a few places in New Mexico where it's just like, they won't even let you see or smell the bud. And I always tell people your nose knows when it comes to bud, because of the terpenes. There's so much cannabinoids in a person's body, and you have a lot of them in your face, in your head area. So when you smell bud, and it smells good to you, that's your body actually telling you it wants that. If it ever smells bad to you, that's your body rejecting it immediately. So I always tell people your nose knows. It's like the funniest saying, but it's like the most true saying.
I have to agree.
Like whenever it smells good, it's usually fire. Am I right? Like
Your nose knows and your taste, your tongue confirms.
right? Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, like a good look is just a plus in my opinion, because there's sometimes it doesn't look the best, but damn, that shit smells good.
That's
And it
true.
slaps.
Because I've like, so like one of my favorite strains is Oreos, and I've had Oreos that's like, it's almost brown looking, but it's still absolute fire.
Right.
Compared to like frosted blue Oreos that
Yeah.
is like.
Bro, some frosted shit be trash. I remember there's this pack that like everybody.
Like CBD isolate spray.
Like, bro, I don't know if no one knows what I'm talking about, but there's always that pack that people would always try to push back then.
Uh-huh.
And it would look frosty and it would look fire, and it would just like smell like purple punch,
Uh-huh.
and it would never like get you high. Like it was just like,
Was it that one that crumbled into dust?
yeah, it crumbles
Yeah,
into dust.
Yeah, I think I know exactly
Bro,
what you're talking
and I'm
about.
like, it has that like particular smell, and it's like wannabe purple punch. That's the best way I can say it.
Okay.
Wannabe purple punch.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, I hate that weed. Because it always looks so good on your camera. Like, people send you, like, videos or some shit.
Yeah.
Back then, when it's like, you couldn't get tree from the dispo and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Right.
I would see it on the camera and I'm like, oh, that looks fire. It's like frosty, you feel me?
Yeah.
Can't go off of that. It would be the ones that I would, I'm like, no, that shit looks kind of ugly on camera. I see it in person, I'm like, camera does this shit no justice. I'm like, not one bit.
At least for that one, because if you have the right camera or the right lens, because I love photography, and if I
Yeah.
could get like a micro lens, you can get some pretty shots.
Bro, you could get some, he gets some crazy shots of weed and shit. So I know
Some
you
good
could
clips.
if you have a good camera,
Yeah.
but it's just like on the phone sometimes. Like when people are like just like recording the P real quick, you know what I mean?
Right,
It doesn't
yeah.
do justice, I'm telling you.
Dude, I don't know, cause the new iPhones, their cameras are just so good. They're keeping up with some of Sony's actual cameras. Like there's this
That cinematic mode, that shit was crazy.
the cinematic mode's actually fire, just because it can actually blur out the background for you.
Yeah.
That shit's sick. But even if you use the regular camera on the phone and then you just get a micro lens attachment, just for even close-up shots, if you're trying to do that, it comes out perfect.
That's crazy.
Perfect.
I did not know that.
Oh, 100%. The iPhone cameras recently have just been fire.
The 14 and the 15, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
It's basically
they're
like
so-
having a 4K camera.
It literally is. You're capturing 4K quality.
Alright, so I think it's a perfect time. Strain Damage fam. We introduced the challenge. We've been introducing everybody. Raj, you want to tell them what it is exactly?
Alright, so in the spirit of becoming the Japanese game show of Cannabis podcast, we have two options.
Okay.
We either have the Benjamin challenge, where you rip old grunts here till she blinks, or do all this cannabis syrup straight to the dome.
Okay.
That's still too. So y'all see this boy. Oh wait, did you pop this still out?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This bitch is brand new. Straight out the motherfucking thing. Shout out to Amnesia for real.
100%. So you could do one or the other or both. What are we feeling?
I mean, I'll do both.
Hey! Alright. Which one do you want to do first?
Hey, we got a soldier here for real.
I'll let you guys choose.
I say drink then blink. Or you say
Drink then blink. Drink then blink.
Or you say blink then drink.
Or do we blink then drink?
We need to start getting this
I say-
on the live for
I
this.
say drink then blink.
Drink then blink?
It'll be like have you seen that
Or
grandma?
blink.
She takes a
Oh,
big old
yeah,
bonger
drink.
and then she slams the beer.
That might be too insane.
I don't know, it's been a while since I've had a blinker.
We'll give you something
Drink then
nice to
blink?
do. Yeah, drink then blink.
You can take your time though. We have time.
Yeah, we you know.
Or you could get straight to it.
It's
Oh yeah. Down the hatch.
just like, fuck it.
Hey.
Straight out of
Add
the
the
fly.
chug jug sound effect to this. Down the hatch.
Damn!
With the twisted hatch.
Chase it with a twisted.
No.
Ooh. He's like, alright, I'm gonna get right to it. I don't even
We literally just gave bro a good time. You could tell he just ain't shit to him. He just chugged that shit.
He's ready.
Alright, let's see. Benjamin challenge.
He came prepared, dude. He did everything perfect. Look at this shit. Does it even blink though? Oh yeah.
Yeah!
Like the
Grunts.
Oh!
see.
You just smashed the shit out of them.
And this is why bud tenders are important,
Budtenders that know
This
things.
is a Budtender you can trust. I'm telling you that.
If your Budtender hasn't been able to hit the blinker, you're not gonna get a good selection.
A lot of people tell me I have the personification of the perfect stoner. So
Like Shaggy's cousin.
Shaggy's
bro, yabba dabba doo, man. Let's go.
Oh man. So you really got a good education at Pure Life. And
Yes.
so you were doing that for a little bit and then you progressed to Enchanted?
Yeah, so actually, I worked my way up through the ranks at Pure Life.
Okay.
So started off as Budtender, obviously.
Yeah.
I was there for 4.5 years in total.
Cool.
Oh shit.
I was Budtender for 2 years. After that, I tried climbing the ranks, but it was very hard. My 2 first interviews, I didn't really get it, which was fine because I honestly wasn't prepared enough to become like a manager of any sorts. But the 3rd interview came around. I was prepared enough, but I didn't want it. So I waited, and my store manager at the Montgomery and Eubank location, Dwayne, love the guy. actually transferred because he just took the Montgomery store to another level to Tramway, which was like our problem child store.
Okay.
And he built that one up, but he said he wanted me as his assistant. So I started off as his lead over there, and then we built that store up, and we're actually beating out in sales Montgomery, the store that we built up. So we were beating them out, and then he became regional manager, which I was so proud of the guy, because we started off as Buttenders together. So he was regional
moved from
manager.
Budtender to regional manager.
Quick, dude.
That
He
is
was
fucking
on
fire.
He was grinding. Respected him for it. So I was like his crutch. He really counted on me. So he asked me to be the assistant. I was the assistant, and then there was a store manager positioning opening up, and what seemed to be begging me to be store manager, I actually refused. I said, no, I will be the best assistant manager for this store that you've ever had, hands down, but I will not run your store. I just don't see myself as a fit to run your store. I know the responsibility is just not gonna happen. I still want to be included in the patients, I don't want to be taken away.
No, that's good to know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have that sense of boundary where you're like, shit, I know what it takes to, and there's probably a lot that goes into that. I guarantee it, bro.
No,
There's so much you
100%.
have to keep track of, you know what I mean? So much you're responsible for. So it's just like, I definitely understand that when it comes to that.
Well, and it's all that, and then it's funny enough, it's a lot of babysitting, right? Like you're just telling people, no, you can't do that. You gotta do it like this, right? So it's that, and then it's the responsibility of the back end of the store, which I just didn't really want to do because I want to stay included in the front of the store where the patients are. Because I just want to make sure they're being helped right. Because I've been to dispensaries where they just don't know their shit. So I want to make sure everyone's getting the right shit that they need. At least I try.
That's the best thing you could do, because that's
Right.
where it really matters, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you could do everything else right
Mm-hmm.
and mess up in that one aspect, and you lost a customer that
Yeah.
could be an everyday customer spending a lot of money. And it doesn't really
Could
come
be a
down.
customer that brings in a bunch of
It
people.
really doesn't come into
Exactly.
it doesn't matter like money 100%, but when it comes to customers, you know what I mean? Like you said, that person could have really word of mouth where their words powerful. So it really matters how you treat people, you know what I mean? You
Exactly.
treat people how you want to be treated.
100%. And that's exactly even how, which I love that Enchanted does, is we do deli style. So I'll weigh it out in front of you, which a lot of places don't do.
Yeah, I always like that.
Yeah. Deli style is the way to go.
Right, but
Little
back
towns.
to Pure Life,
Oh, yeah.
I was assisted there for about like a good 2.5, 3 years or something like that.
Was it different? Was it different there? Is it like pre-packed?
So it's funny, so we started off as deli style.
Okay.
When, I know the hate's gonna come out, but when Darren White owned it, right, the ex-sheriff of the town, the guy who actually helped with the DARE program, right?
Oh shit.
Don't buy weed from the sheriff type shit. He had some of the best weed in the state for a while, until he sold the company to a corporation out in Arizona.
Oh shit.
That's when they changed everything to pre-packed, and then everything started changing. That's literally
Arizona is a pre-packed market.
Yeah.
Like I've really noticed that about their shit. Like
Yep,
That's what fire pre-packed.
they do. I'll give it to them.
I
It's
like
just
they're
like-
connected though, but I have to pay homage.
shout out to El Blunto and Scottsdale.
Alberto?
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
That's
Like
exciting.
some states have laws on how they can like sell blunts, right? Like not a tobacco wrap, but like a hemp wrap. Arizona does not have that law, so you're getting a nice little leaf with that. shit.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
That's dope.
But yeah, once they got bought out by the corporation, they just started changing everything, and it just wasn't a fit for me. So I was just like, have a good day.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah, no, I feel
And
that.
then, literally by the end of working at Pure Life, that's when I started buying from Enchanted, because they did Liveway. So I was like, oh, bet, and their shit's fire. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna shop with them. And then I was like, yo, can I get a job here? Like, I was an assistant manager over there, like, I'm pretty qualified, like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Gave me 2 interviews, gave it to me, and here we are, at Enchanted. That shit's dope, because now we have, as soon as I got hired, we opened up our lounge at the central location of the Knob Hill.
Dope.
So now
That lounge is a spot for Roger. That's Roger's spot.
Yeah.
It's like nice where you can just pull up with your laptop and like I get some Durban poison, so I have the sativa that makes
Those blunts they have, like
stashing away, bro.
Yeah. Sometimes I get the Oreos blunt.
Yep.
Y'all do have some very nice Oreos. What do you use your employee discount on, like in terms of like bud? Like you copping
Are you been
some
concentrating?
shit for
What
yourself?
do you grabbing personally?
I'm usually mostly grabbing Enchanted. If not, then I've been dabbling in Sawmill. Sawmill has some pretty fire stuff, like Glitter Bomb and Daisy Melons. Those are probably my two favorite strains from them. Other than that, almost all the strains from Enchanted are fire. I don't like to sound biased, you know what I mean? But like, got some fire shit. What I really like, bless you, from Enchanted recently has been Orange Punch and Kemi Jones for my sativas.
Kemi Jones fire.
Kemi Jones super fire. It's just got that gas that reminds me of Sour D, like old school Sour D. It just has that nice potent gas to it.
Yeah, that one's fire.
Yeah, Orange Punch is really nice because it's got that tangy, orangey taste and smell to it. Really, really nice. Donnie Burger, I mean, it won third place in the Cannabis Cup.
Shout out Donnie Burger. Hey, don't be a burger. Don't be a burger.
Modified Grapes is another good one. I think it hits me harder than the Donnie Burger personally.
Modified grapes.
Modified Grapes, yeah.
I tried some rosin called Modified Grapes and that shit was proper.
Oh
Dude,
shit.
Modified Grapes is nice with it. I love it.
Like a sweet gassy terp.
Yeah.
Subtle like sweet though.
Subtle, it has more of like a floral hint to it, which was really nice. Those are like my top four, for sure. Gigi's always a good one, it's a goat. Gotta get that Gorilla Glue.
How's the new peach pie?
Oh my god, it's so good.
What's the
has
crosses?
I don't remember because it's so new. I have to.
What were we gonna say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're good, but it's got like a nice fruity smell to it, in my opinion. And for it being an indica, it gives me a really, really stony head high. It's like it's been my gaming bud of choice lately. I'll just be really.
And which one is that?
Peach pie. Our newest drop. It's been fire.
Sounds good.
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. So, in terms of when you're behind the counter and people come in, oh fuck! I think I might have forgotten what I was. What I was going to ask you. So, when people come in. Do you have like a lot of tourists that are basically just like, what do you say to the people that are like, hey, I just want something that's gonna fuck me up, like they give very, very like vague things. They're from, you can tell they're from places like Texas or Idaho.
Sure. Oh, I get so
like,
much Texas too. Honestly, it's funny that you say that. I get so many people from Texas. They're just like, what's your top shit? And I'm like, all right, well, Donnie Burger, Kemi Jones, it's our highest percentage.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, like, they're really not there for any sort of service. They're really just trying to get their shit and get out, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just me. So I'm just like, all right, well.
Yeah.
And it's legit the truth. Like, Kemi Jones is probably one of the firest sativas that we have. Donnie Burger legitimately has third place, so speaks for itself there. So I literally give them exactly what they want, and they're just like, cool, bye.
For sure. So
They're like, fire.
they're like, is it gas?
What?
Yeah.
What rosin do you guys have over there?
Oleo's been pretty good, and Gold Lotus, which is from Goldfish Farms.
Goldfish Farms.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Goldfish
yeah,
Farms.
yeah,
Pretty
they've-
good things.
I've been liking them a little bit more recently. No hate on Oleo, because I absolutely love Oleo. They're good people, and they make some fire rosin.
Yeah.
Make fire rosin. We actually just pressed our own.
For real?
We literally just got a pack in ourselves of Donnie Burger. Funny enough.
Oh shit, have you tried it?
No. I meant to get some, but I was in a rush.
I want to see what that Donnie Burger you're talking about, cause that shit fire.
Oh, you're gonna have to hit the
Donnie
lounge.
Burgers, yeah, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
scope it out. Scope out the lounge.
We gotta DBG at some point. We'll film a music video in the lounge.
Yeah, that would be tight. I'm sure they'll love that shit.
Do a little EB smoke lounge freestyle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100. And then we'll soon get another lounge attendant back there, so we'll be able to do like rental devices again, which will be super cheap, $5. I don't really think there's a wait or a time limit on it either. So, and we have a bunch of stuff. We just got a gravity bong in, so we'll get that going once we get the people in.
Hey bro, that would be fire.
Go
there with all the boys and go fucking hit the gravity bar.
We just got these Zincos in. Have you heard of them?
I haven't. What is
They're
that?
like these cups, and you put them on like this platform. You put them on this platform, and it's like for your cartridges. So you'll screw it into the platform, you put your cup on it, and then you just press this button, and then it just fills up your cup, and then you just drink your hit. You ever heard of this?
That's
bro,
cool.
It's fire. Tried it, it was super flame.
You drink your hit?
You drink your hit, bro. You just fill it up the cup, and then you just bloop.
Raj.
Shit.
I think
Science.
you found your new way, bro.
Yeah. No, you know, like, okay, so for context, I spent my early 20s in Denmark and Germany, right? And so when I was in Denmark, their way of smoking over there is mainly just like spliffs, like weed or hash and tobacco. That's the European way in general.
100%.
Spliffs get me like dizzy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's the fucking idea for how Europeans smoke weed.
Yeah. Get you
and so like I got one of these little mugs, right? The big ass mugs from the Oktoberfest, one of those big ass German beer mugs. And I brought it back to Denmark, and I basically cut like a little 2-liter thing of soda and turned it into a gravity bong.
Yes.
And so like I taught the locals about a gravity bong, and so like even after I left, like one of the homies kept it for a while, and like he kept it in his closet and would bring it out for like ceremonial occasions.
That's
like if it was somebody's birthday or like
Raj pulls up to one of these little small villages and they're all, oh, King Raj, Pull out the gravity bong statue. King Raj.
I brought the gravity bong to Denmark.
That's so tight. That's so tight.
That is fire, honestly.
Dude, I remember the days of cutting out the water bottles and everything, the 2-liter Coke bottles and everything.
You can make like crazy gravity bongs out of anything. I remember we had one of those ones, you know those like big old jugs you fill up water with? Like, I don't know if they're gallons, but like they have them at Walmart.
Yeah, the ones like with the Hawaiian punch.
Yeah, no, the big ones, like they're full of water.
Yeah, there's like
big
one
ass jugs,
big jugs.
Yeah.
Me and my brother had one of those in a big old bucket, and we made a gravity bong out of that.
Oh shit, out of a 10-gallon?
Yeah, that shit was insane, bro. We'd be in the shed just getting so fucking high, just all back there bumping like Chief Keef in school and shit. Just all blasted, bro. I remember his mom walked in and just seen it all smoked down. She was all turns around and starts yelling my dad's name. We were too high to even give a fuck, bro. We're like, who cares? We were like, bro, that was the highest I've been, I swear. That shit would like, and we would challenge each other. We're like, if you can't like get the whole thing, you're a bitch. You know what I mean?
You're a bitch. What it mostly was.
Yeah,
you're a bitch.
Literally.
That was like when Dad's first came out.
Yeah.
They were taking them worms.
That's exactly, bro, you hit it on the nail, because that's exactly the same time.
Oh yeah, the era of hot dabs.
Yes.
With the little like circular
I was
fucking bagger.
so questionable when dabs first came around. I'm like, is this something I should be doing?
Yes! Because the torch,
Yeah.
bruh. I remember even when you were getting like okay with it, and then you'd be heating it up at like a park, and then you'd see people walking their dogs, especially old people, and they'd be like looking at you. It's like,
Fuck.
I know how it was, right? But it's just like, it ain't like that.
But sometimes it's like for people that don't regularly consume cannabis, dabs is like a fucking meth thing. A few
Bro, hitting the nectar collector at the park in the bush.
a few years ago,
Oreos.
No, you don't like this shit. So I had a woman from Tinder come over, and and she wanted me to get her some cannabis, right? So I got her some flower. And she's like, what is that? She pointed at my rig, because at the time I wasn't really smoking any flower. I was only hitting dabs. And she was like, okay, listen, like before tonight ends, like I need to watch you take a dab. And I was like, what the? Okay, like shit, I'll do it. Like, and then she got out her camera and started filming it as I did it. What the fuck? She's like, I want to send this to my friend in Amsterdam. I was like.
What's your name?
He just watched it. Laptop, stupid American.
Nah, like,
We've been doing this.
Been doing this long time.
It's a whole phenomenon, basically.
That's so wild. She's like, what?
Like, I need to record you doing this, man.
It's kind of bad.
Are you a narc?
Yeah.
What kind of PI?
Follow my hands. I need you to do all the drugs you have on camera.
Show them all to me. Can you spread them out on the table?
I mean, by the time this shit happened, I was living in Austin, Texas. They decriminalized, so technically, you know, like.
He's all stuck in it.
It was whatever.
Yeah. Basically. Thomas, man, it's been great to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'm sure we're gonna hear more from you. You know, the Budtender's voice is important, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Having education is a foundational part. I'm glad that's been your case. I'm glad you've been able to provide that expertise to your custies.
I'm pretty sure all your regulars appreciate that shit too. All the knowledge and all the love that you put into it. So it's definitely cool to see Budtenders like actually taking care, like when it comes to like recommending stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, recreational and medical, it's still medicine in my opinion. I've always thought that because it helped me through school, you know? When I was a freshman to junior year, that's when I like had to like kind of cut back because, you know, the parents were cracking down with the whole high school thing. Senior year is when I stopped giving a fuck and I started smoking again. I was an avid day smoker every day. But freshman and junior year, I failed one class every year. I wasn't smoking that well. You know what I mean? Like I was barely hitting it. Senior year, I was smoking every day. Whenever my high came down in class, I was like, hey, teacher, I'm going to the bathroom, run to your car, take a snap, go back to the class. Ended my year with a 3.9 GPA.
See, you gotta, it's like, it helps too with all those nerves and all that shit.
100%.
It helps you stay like locked in, you feel me?
Focus.
Yep. Education and athletic wise. So
hell yeah. So you're at the Enchanted Botanicals on Central Avenue in Albuquerque. If someone wanna like follow you on social media, see more of your parkour shit, how can they do that?
So you'll see a lot of my parkour shit and my kendama. If you guys have ever heard of that. It's a Japanese skill toy. It's like ball and cut, but way more advanced. It helps with like hand
that thing that you like hit up, like mine's on top?
Yeah, so like you have 3 cups and then a spike.
Okay, yeah.
And then the ball is called a tama, and then you have like a hole in it for the spike.
I think I seen that shit on No Jumper.
Yeah, Snow Jumper has some. Yeah, he's been getting huge into kendamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually kind of like, they're not kind of, like, they're hella, like, I don't know, it's weird to say, like, it's like kind of like soothing to do that shit, just
Dude,
keep, like,
is.
doing it, like, that shit's like.
It's something to cure boredom, even if you're not good. It's something to pick up and put down. You know what I mean? You pick up, you just play with it for a sec, put it down. Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah.
You just go sit down and watch them down. Like, it's just like a good boredom thing.
Bro, I feel like a cat or something when
Yeah.
I'm over there all onto it. Bro, you could get good at that shit too, or you could like do it.
You,
like
dude, it looks saucy, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, look at my page. So it'll be Thomas E. So it'll be THOMASE _ ABQ Boys BOIS.
And make sure you tap in Strain Damage Family.
Yes,
I
sir.
know
Appreciate you
I'll
guys.
see Thomas at Enchanted Botanicals
Please.
on Central.
I'll help
That's
you
the
out.
Strain Damage way. Strain Damage worldwide.
Peace.